similarity between being in a relationship and being at a grocery store. I think the similarity is needing to have a list. Because if you don't know what you want, you're going to end up with a whole bunch of shit you don't need.
My ideal mate is a good person.
My vision of an ideal mate is
someone who will challenge me every day.
Well, physically, I like tall men.
Someone who will support me.
Someone who's kind of built, but not too built, you know, like not a beefcake, but...
Somebody I can spend lots of hours doing nothing.
My vision of an ideal mate.
Someone who's good in bed.
Somebody who is confident, who's smart.
Who can make me laugh. Very important.
I'm losing my cool because of you.
I don't have a clear vision of an ideal mate. I think it's someone who makes me feel normal.
I'd never date. Who else would I know? There's a lot of people I wouldn't date.
I would never date a smoker.
I would never date a religious fanatic. I don't care what religion, but no way, Jose.
I would never date somebody who's not sure of himself or herself.
I would never date a tall black man.
I would never date a racist.
Because I'm more interested in the tall black women.
I do like bad boys, and I'd prefer not to like bad boys.
I would never date someone who's mean to animals.
A Republican.
A bigot. I would never date
a man.
Someone who can walk by injustice and not feel something and not want to do something. I would never date
a policeman. I don't think I'd date a policeman. I date a fireman.
Someone who is cruel to animals.
I wouldn't have said this before, but I don't think right now I'd date somebody unemployed. That's really mean, huh? But I would.
Someone who is a conservative.
I would never date someone who expects me to stay home and cook.
I would never date a person that I don't trust.
An army general.
Someone who doesn't like children.
Someone who doesn't like kids.
The list does go on. I would never date
a person that I don't feel.
Someone who is vindictive or disrespectful or who enjoys ridiculing people.
Someone who doesn't like himself or herself.
A man who spends hours in front of the mirror.
I would never date someone who would ever raise a hand to me in anything but love.
Maybe 20 years ago, I would probably never consider dating Turks, Azeris. But no, I think having lived in Canada has opened my horizons.
Being in a couple is greater than being single because life is about sharing.
It depends who you're in a couple with.
We're social creatures, so I think that having someone to wake up with, to be with, someone you can count on.
Having somebody in your bed every night, that's nice. To cuddle with, warmth.
Love is God's greatest gift to humanity.
Being in a couple is better than being single because obviously you could not walk the dog all the time by yourself.
Being in a couple, in a good relationship, is better than being single. Except I've never experienced it, but I can imagine.
It's really hard in our culture here in Canada and North America to have someone that you can absolutely count on, whom you can call at 4 a.m.
If you're single, you become selfish.
You have someone in lockstep with you. You have someone who's walking right by your side, no matter what you might find on the road in front of you.
I'm lonely.
Living together, having somebody that you're actually living with, really, in a sense, not just sharing a space.
Someone who'll be there to help you pick up an obstacle and move it out of the way, or to celebrate if you come across a pasture filled with flowers. I think that that's what's so beautiful about being in a couple. But being single is cool too.
I'm going home by myself, baby.